Every few years, science answers a question that once seemed unanswerable. We map genomes, we sequence diseases, we land machines on Mars and transmit signals across galaxies, and yet there are things on this planet, objects, structures, places, that the best minds, the best tools, and even the most advanced artificial intelligence still cannot fully explain. It's not for lack of trying, of course. There just aren't any answers. In this video, we'll be looking at 6 of them. First on the list is Yale University holds a book that no one on Earth can read. It's called the Voynich manuscript, and it is an illustrated book believed to date to the early 15th century. Its pages contain drawings of plants that don't match any known species, astronomical diagrams, and human figures in unusual scenes. The text, which comprises thousands of characters in an unknown alphabet, has never been decoded. Cryptographers have studied it, historians have analyzed it, and military codebreakers who cracked enemy ciphers during 2 world wars came up empty when trying to interpret it. Artificial intelligence models trained on ancient languages have processed it. Still, nothing has been made of it. Ordinarily, that could be just well and fine, particularly since we're talking about a write-up dating back to the 15th century, but what makes it strange is that the text in the Voynich manuscript isn't random. It has internal patterns. It follows rules. The word frequency distributions match those found in natural human languages, which means it is not gibberish, but then nobody knows what it says. Nobody knows where it came from, who wrote it, or why, and after more than a century of serious analysis, the Voynich manuscript remains exactly as unreadable as the day it was found. Next, in 1901, Greek sponge divers discovered a Roman-era wreck off the island of Antikythera. Among the recovered cargo was a corroded lump of bronze. When researchers finally examined it closely, they found something inside that changed how we understand ancient history. They found an intricate system of dozens of interlocking gears. In a nutshell, they found a mechanical computer. Built roughly 2,000 years ago, the device was used to calculate the positions of the sun and moon, predict solar and lunar eclipses, and track the cycles of the ancient Olympic Games. But the strange thing is, the level of mechanical complexity it represents shouldn't have appeared, by the historical record, for at least another 1,000 years. So how come it was available 2,000 years ago? Did we miss something? Because medieval Europe's most advanced clockwork doesn't compare to it. Scientists are still mapping its full capabilities using X-ray tomography, and every time they look closer, they find more sophistication than they expected. It's a discovery that raises the question, if something like that could have existed in 100 BC, what else existed at that time but we never discovered? Now let's talk about, in 2011, a Swedish diving team scanning the Baltic Sea floor picked up something unusual on sonar. It was a circular object, roughly 60 meters wide and sitting nearly 90 meters below the surface. It had sharp angles and a raised plateau at its center, features that don't typically come from natural geological processes. Divers who approached reported that their cameras, compasses, and other electronic equipment would malfunction near the site, then resume normal function once they moved away. Some scientists, in a bid to understand it, said it must be a natural rock formation shaped by glacial movement during the last ice age. And while that's a reasonable hypothesis, natural formations don't typically produce sharp angles, and they don't typically have what appears to be a deliberate perimeter. So far so great, no definitive conclusion has been reached as to what the Baltic Sea anomaly truly is. It remains on the ocean floor, unclassified. But coming back to land, have you heard about, in Cusco, Peru, there are walls that have survived 5 centuries, multiple major earthquakes, and active colonial-era construction built directly on top of them. They're known as the Inca walls because the Incas built them, without iron tools, without wheels, and without mortar. The blocks themselves are massive, some weighing hundreds of tons, yet they fit together with a precision that doesn't allow even a sheet of paper between them. The joints are designed so the stones interlock, which means they flex during earthquakes rather than collapse. That's not accidental or a coincidence. It's intentional engineering. Modern engineers have studied these walls and still can't fully account for the construction method. Experimental archaeology has produced theories from ramps to sledges and rocking techniques, but none of them fully explain the scale and precision of what was built using the tools the Incas had. The Incas, of course, left no written records, which means the techniques they used may have simply disappeared with the civilization. What remains today are the walls, still standing, still earthquake-proof, and still unexplained. Now onto our next discovery, which is in one of the most isolated regions of Siberia, there is a conical hill known locally as Fire Eagle's Nest. Its origin is unclear, and geologists haven't reached a consensus on whether it was formed by an underground explosion, a geological process, or something else. And it remains a wonder to this day because its shape is unusually symmetrical for the terrain around it. What draws more attention to it, however, are the anomalies it comes with. It has been reported that when people get close to the hill, their compasses behave erratically, GPS signals become unreliable, even animals avoid the area, and researchers have described equipment malfunctions that resolve once they move away from the site. Now, it's possible these things happen because the Fire Eagle's Nest has underground mineral deposits that can affect magnetic fields, and animals can be sensitive to electromagnetic irregularities. But the specific combination of features at this location, from the shape to the anomalies and the animal behavior, hasn't been mapped or fully investigated yet. So what we're left with is an open question that will likely remain so for a long time to come because the nest already sits in one of the hardest places on Earth to reach. Finally, we can talk about the near Tosan Lake in the Qinghai region of China. There is a mountain with metal pipes running through it. Not loose pipes, not surface debris, but pipes embedded in rock, arranged in organized formations, with some leading into the lake itself. Chinese authorities have suggested the pipes to be fossilized plant roots, a documented geological process where organic material is replaced by minerals over time, forming tube-like structures. It happens and is a real phenomenon. But on the other hand, some researchers dispute this. They say we cannot attribute the existence of the pipes to a mere geological process because first, these pipes have consistent diameters. They also have visible joints, and some test results have suggested the material could be significantly older than the formation surrounding them. Also, the arrangement of everything appears organized rather than organic. To date, no comprehensive independent investigation has been completed, and the site hasn't been open to international researchers, which means the pipes remain in the mountain, largely unstudied, with no agreed explanation. And that's all 6 mysterious discoveries that scientists still haven't been able to decipher properly. Right now, they're mostly anomalies and data points that we hope will eventually yield when we have better tools or more time. But the bigger truth is, hope is all we have. There's no certainty that we'll ever really be able to figure everything we should know about them. And in a world where humanity increasingly believes it has figured out most things, that's quite sad to realize, isn't it?